Hey friends, welcome back to LlamaMamaKayla's Yarn Tube. I'm so happy to be back here with you today, and I want to thank you for clicking on this video and coming by for a visit. I always love visiting with you guys. The other day when I did a video, I was working on a blue project, and I told you that I would come back and show you that project and let you know how it turned out. So this is the project, and so that is the blue section that I was working on, and here's the pink section. And I'll pop in either before this at the beginning of the video or somewhere in the middle or maybe at the end. I will pop in some video photos so you can see a better overall picture of how this crochet cake turned out. So I wanted to talk to you about the cake and just tell you a little information about it. Okay, first off, I thought I would show you the first crochet cake that I made. So I made this a couple weeks ago, and I knew I wanted to make a crochet cake, but I didn't really have a plan or anything. I was just kind of winging it. I looked up some video to try to find a not a video, but a pattern or whatever. And the only thing that popped up for me was not in US terms. It was in, I guess, UK or something. And I just really didn't feel like fooling with trying to rewrite that down in US terms or anything. So I just winged it. I mean, we all know how to make a circle and increase. And so I just increased it until I thought it was, a good size for a little smallish width cake. And then I just, like single crocheted in the back loops only, and then started coming down the side. And so I didn't know how tall I was making this cake, and I didn't even know like what I was doing with the cake. I was thinking the whole time I was making it, I was thinking in my head I was going to stuff it with polyfill. And then when I got this height made, you can see it's pretty tall. When I got the height made, I was like, how am I going to stuff that with polyfill and this stay, flat and everything? And so I just kind of put it to the side. I was just kind of thinking about that before I carried on, because I was going to have to, close the bottom. And so I was trying to figure out what to do. And so I just put it to the side while I thought about it. And then as I was walking around the house with this completely in the back of my mind the whole time, I was in the kitchen and I saw this Nesquik. This is huge. It's a 38 ounce, 2.38 pounds of Nesquik chocolate. And so I saw this in the kitchen in the pantry, and I thought, oh, I wonder if that'll fit on there. And so I got it, and check this out. The top fit perfect. I mean, that's just by coincidence, not planned at all. And so, I was so happy that fit so well. Actually, it could be a little bit, for this to stand up a little bit better if that was a little smaller, but hey, it's great. Especially for my first time to make a crochet cake. But my problem was I was a little bit short, and I had already put the icing around the bottom, and so I couldn't, I could always have taken the icing off and crocheted a little more of the pink and then added the icing back. But I mean, who wants to rip out their work? I didn't. So I decided to just make this little I-cord and stretch it around the bottom and kind of pull it up like it's a ring of icing. And it worked perfect. It filled in that gap. Let's see if I can angle it enough to show you. It filled in that gap down there, and voila. So I used this cake for the crochet tea party video. You might have saw that. So that's what I did. And so I loved how that turned out. Okay, so I'm going to push that one to the side and talk about this one some more. So I wanted to make this birthday cake for someone, and I needed, at this point I knew that I needed to find my form first and then use that as my guide. And so that's what I decided to do. So I got on the Michaels website, and they had the styrofoam forms. And so I'm going to show you what I used. Okay, this is the craft foam, and this is the 4-inch. So you can see it's it says 0.78 inch, and then I think it's 4 inches this way and 7.8 inches that way. That's right. So anyway, at my Michaels at the time only had 2, so I think there's one larger, and so they were out of that one. So I got these 2, I believe. So that's what I got, and so I left the plastic on here so it would be easy to slide this on, and that wouldn't crumble or, you know, get damaged or anything. So it doesn't hurt just to leave that plastic on there. And so, like I said, I didn't have a pattern, but, you know, we all know how to increase a circle. So that's what I did. I just started increasing, and then every now and then I would do a just a row of single crochet to not increase, and then I would increase a couple more rows and then do a row of single crochet until I got it to this. And I kept, you know, as I was making it, I kept laying it on here, and I thought, oh man, about 2 more rows and it'll be, you know, the right size. And then as I got it to the right size here, and it fit the top very well, then I just single crocheted until I got the length, and I just kept trying it on there. And at first it was pretty tight trying it on, but now it's kind of stretched out a little bit, so it fits on a little easier. But just pull it down, and I kept trying it on there until I got it down to the very bottom of the styrofoam form, and then I added my icing. Okay, so for these bob wool stitches here for the icing, I was looking on Pinterest at actual cakes, and that's where I was getting my ideas from. And so I knew I wanted to do that icing around there, and so I did look on, I believe, YouTube at different cakes for the icing, for crochet cakes for the icing, and the first one didn't set right with me, and so I looked at about maybe 3 or 4. And then I just kind of got the idea of, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. And so I kind of did my own thing, like a combination of all the videos that I watched. So I can't really point you to one video to show you what I did, but you can always look it up for yourself on YouTube. And then on as I was looking on Pinterest, I saw some of the cakes had like these chains here, and so, you know, it's just chain. I believe wherever I started at, which would be in the back side, which I can't tell what even the back and the front is, honestly. But I just connected my yarn here, and then I chained 12 or 15. I think I might have did 12 on this one and 15 on this one here. Maybe that's what I did. So it's either 12 or 15. And then I'd slip stitch in, and then chain 15 again, slip stitch. And so I did it every 2, and it just turned out perfect. I love how it turned out. So that was my bottom section, and so I needed to make a top section. So let's look and see what this one is. This one is the 4-inch 5.5 inch. So it's the smaller one. Now Michaels did have some like thin ones, like thin slices that might have been like an inch. And so I guess if you wanted this section taller, you could probably like glue one of those on top. And you could actually, you know, keep gluing those and make it as tall as you wanted. But anyway, this was perfect for me because it fit on top of the blue one. And I did the same thing with this, and just it kept increasing and laying it on here to see if I had it at the right size. And so, and it was a very, very tight fit as I was making it and trying it on here. I was having to stretch it to fit it over there, but now it's stretched pretty good and it fits on, you know, nicely without having to pull and tug and stretch. But at first I did. And so then I put the icing puffs on this and then the little chains, and I decided not to do any icing around the bottom, because it was going to sit on top of the blue. But you could totally do that if you wanted to. You could put icing ring around here. And then I wanted to put a candle on it, so I just did a I don't know if I single crocheted 6 to begin with and then double crocheted in each one to make 12, or if I started out with 12. I honestly just can't remember. I should have wrote these things down. And then when I got to the candle, I just crocheted, oh gosh, I wish I could tell you how many. I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 or something. And then just crocheted around, and maybe a single crocheted back. I really can't tell you what I did with the candle. I just played with it until I got something that I liked. And then I sewed that on top, and it kind of looks like it's not really centered there, but I did the best that I could. But anyway, that's my candle. And so today what I'm doing is getting these boxed up, because they are going all the way to California. I'm in Louisiana, and I made these for a dolly friend in California. So that's why I am boxing these up to ship them off. So I'm going to take them off of the forms to ship them, because I think in the box they may have to fit something about like that. And so I don't want to really smush all the stuff. So I'm just going to mail these just like that, leaving the plastic on there because it does help with sliding these on. And then this I'm just going to kind of lay over like that. And what I'm going to do is I took this toilet paper roll. I saw that this was empty before anyone threw it in the trash. As you know, always they leave these. So I grabbed that. I thought, oh, I could put that over this, and that would kind of help that protect it just a little. It will have to lay down, and so I hope in shipping it doesn't, you know, mess with that too much. But I'm going to put it like that so that it ships well. And then on this one, I'm just going to kind of do the same thing and kind of, I don't know. And if the person who is receiving this sees this video, I guess just when you get it, kind of, you know, fluff it back out or something when it gets there. I really don't know the best way to ship that. I hope that it ships well. I think that'll be fine. I think that will be fine. So that is my crochet cake, and it is going to California to a dolly friend because she has a doll that's going to have a birthday, and I'm making her crochet birthday cake. So I'm going to leave her link to her channel below. Her channel is Dolls, Kitties, and Coffee, and her name is Rosa, and she has some very lovely dolls that I just fell in love with. So you can check out her channel if you haven't. And I'm working on my 3rd cake, and I'm going to go ahead and use that because I don't have any more of these. I bought those for this particular cake, and so I need to get me a set of these to use for cakes. But I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to use this for my next cake that I'm making, and this is going to be a white cake. Uh-oh. So I did the same thing, just crocheted around until it fit. And actually, when I do this, I like for the last ring to be just a row of single crochets without increases. to me, I don't know, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. But on this particular one, when I got to the edge, it was on an increase, so I did not have any space to do another round of just single crochet, because I think it would have made it too big, and it needed that increase to fit this. So I just went from there and single crocheted in the back loops only to turn the corner to come down. So this is going to be a cake that I'm using in my next doll theme set of photos. I like to pick a theme and you know, take photos of my dolls and put a scenery together. So this is a cake I'm going to be using in that. Probably not all the pictures, but some of the pictures will have this cake placed somewhere in there. So it's kind of a surprise what this is going to be, but I'm still working on gathering the things, going through my stuff, picking out the things that I'm going to be using for that video. I mean, not video, but those photos, which will eventually turn into a video. So, yeah, I like making these crochet cakes, and so I've been looking online at different cakes, real cakes, getting lots of ideas. You can see where I finished that. I haven't even tied it off yet because I wanted to try it on here and make sure it was the right length, and it is. But anyway, yes, I was saying I've been looking on Pinterest at different cakes and getting ideas, and like my mind has just been running wild about making crochet cakes. So I think I'll have fun with that for a little while. But anyway, guys, I thank you all for watching, and I appreciate you very much for stopping by for a quick crochet finished object video. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you all again really soon.